Chapter 20. Terms of Balance. The clearing felt smaller than before, not because the space had changed, but because of the weight now pressing into it. Unspoken fears, centuries of misunderstanding, and the fragile tension of two worlds standing face to face. Elara stood between the scouts and Kaelen, the tether a soft glow against her wrist. The commander studied Kaelen with careful intensity. "We will begin plainly," they said. "Our city is losing stability. Energy reserves decline each cycle. Our readings trace the divergence here, to the anchor, and to you." Kaelen met their gaze without flinching. "Your city draws more than it returns." A murmur passed through the scouts. The commander's voice remained steady. "We maintain equilibrium through light-gilding. It has sustained us for generations." "At cost," Kaelen replied quietly. Elara stepped forward. "Both statements are true. The system once functioned as exchange, but the balance has shifted over time." The commander turned to her. "Explain." Elara knelt, drawing a simple diagram in the soft earth. "Imagine a current," she said. "Energy flows between realms, light upward, stability downward. Over centuries, our structures have become more efficient at drawing energy, but not at returning it." One of the scouts frowned. "Our models show minimal impact." "Because they measure output, not cumulative strain." She drew a second line, tapering. "The shadow wilds absorb the deficit," she continued. "Kaelen has been compensating, regulating the fracture to prevent collapse." The clearing grew quiet. The commander's gaze shifted to Kaelen. "You claim to have stabilized the imbalance." He said, "For a century." Another scout spoke, skepticism evident. "Why would you not contact us?" Kalen's expression remained calm. "Attempts were made long ago. They were not received." Elara felt a faint ache, history repeating in subtle ways. The commander folded her hands. "If what you say is true, severance could worsen conditions." "Yes," Elara said, "it would remove the stabilizing exchange entirely." Silence settled. Then the commander asked, "What alternative do you propose?" Elara hesitated. This was the moment she had not fully prepared for. "We must restore balance," she said slowly, "not through force, but through recalibration. Adjust the flow so both realms receive what they need." The commander's brow furrowed. "That would require cooperation at a level not seen before." Kaelen inclined his head slightly. "And willingness." A scout stepped forward, voice tight. "Our priority is the safety of our citizens. We cannot risk uncertainty." "And ours," Kaelen said quietly, "cannot endure further depletion." Elara felt the tension rising like a tightening string. "Listen," she said gently, "neither world can survive alone if the imbalance continues." The commander regarded her thoughtfully. "You have changed since your departure." Elara gave a faint smile. Perspective has a way of doing that. Behind the commander, one scout subtly adjusted a small device at their side, its faint glow easy to miss. Elara noticed. A communication relay. Her heart sank. "They're sending a report." The commander spoke again. "We will review your findings and consult with the council." "How long?" Elara asked. "Transmission is already underway," the commander said evenly. Kalen's gaze sharpened slightly. Elara felt a chill. "What will they recommend?" she asked quietly. The commander met her eyes. "That depends on how they interpret the risk." Elara understood, and the council had never favored hesitation. She turned to Kaelen. "They may accelerate containment," she said softly. He nodded once. "Then time grows short." The commander stepped closer. "Elara," they said, voice gentler now, "you are welcome to return with us. Your expertise would be invaluable." The offer hung in the air. Home. Familiar halls, clear skies, certainty. Elara felt the pull like gravity. She glanced at Kaelen, the quiet strength in his presence, the century of sacrifice carried without bitterness. She thought of the fading lands, of villagers who had welcomed her, of truths she could no longer ignore. "I will remain," she said. A flicker of surprise crossed several faces. The commander studied her, then inclined her head slightly. "Very well." A distant hum rose as the relay device pulsed, sending its message skyward. Elara felt a deep unease settle within her. "What happens now?" she asked. The commander's expression was measured. "Now," they said, "we wait for instruction." Kaelen looked toward the unseen sky, shadows shifting faintly around him. "Then let us hope that wisdom guides those decisions," he said quietly. The clearing fell into contemplative silence. Above, far beyond sight, the signal traveled through currents of light, carrying news of imbalance, of unexpected truths, and a light-gilder who chose to remain below. And somewhere within the radiant halls of power, decisions would soon be made, decisions that could shape the fate of both realms. Elara stood between light and shadow, feeling the weight of what lay ahead. The tether pulsed steadily, a quiet reminder that whatever came, she would not face it alone. But she could not shake the growing certainty. The next message from the sky would not be gentle.